Hey friends, tonight we're making barbecue chicken tacos, and the best thing about this recipe is it's all done in the air fryer. Start with my chicken thighs. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I'm just gonna add a couple seasonings to it, some honey and some oil. So I'm gonna start with a tablespoon of oil. I'm using avocado oil because I love that it has a high smoke point and it's not an inflammatory oil like a lot of vegetable and canola oils are. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey, and then I'm going to add a tablespoon each of smoky barbecue rub and chipotle rub. And if you're not familiar, Pampered Chef has a lot of amazing seasonings. I love their seasonings. There's a lot of unique ones that you can't really find in stores. And I'm using the adjustable measuring spoons, which I'll show you in a second. That was the chipotle rub. So the adjustable measuring spoons, you can choose which measurement you want. I love this, especially when baking, because you can choose like a teaspoon. If I need like a teaspoon of salt, I can do that, but I can use the same measuring cup or spoon for all of my different measurements. And then I'm just gonna use my hands and mix it all together and get it all seasoned. And then I'll let this sit while I get the other things ready. Okay, so next I'm gonna work on the corn salsa. So this is just 2 cups of frozen corn mixed with some veggies. And then this is also gonna go right in the air fryer. I'm using the small batter bowl. If you have seen the batter bowl, we have a classic one, which is 8 cup size. This is the 4 cup size, and it's a small one. It's just so perfect for lots of things like this. So we'll do 2 cups of frozen corn. We're gonna do half an onion. We're gonna try not to cry while we cut it. I'll stick that right in. And then we're also gonna do 1 red bell pepper. And I have a fun tool for this. So this is our pepper corer, specifically for coring peppers. If you're doing stuffed peppers, you can use this bottom part and stick it right in the top and just take the whole core out without having to like take a knife and cut all the way around. It's really handy. But what I'm gonna do, I do need this finely chopped, so I am going to cut it in half first, and then this little top part comes out. And you can just scrape out using this little scraper. Scrape out the insides, and it comes out really easily. All the seeds, the stem, it's serrated, so it just scrapes it out really, really nicely. And you're left with just the pepper, like that. So once I get this scraped out, I'll chop it really finely and then add it to the corn salsa. We're gonna add, once that's all in there, 1 teaspoon of the chipotle seasoning. And then we're also gonna add half a tablespoon of oil. And like I said, this is gonna get roasted in the air fryer. We'll just stir that together. All right, so if you haven't seen this yet, this is our new deluxe air fryer and oven. So as you can see, it has 2 compartments. It has 2 doors that can either come open together or separately. You can open each one individually as well. The top is the oven part. I use this every day for toast. It's a toaster oven. You can bake cookies, brownies, anything you want in here. I've done roasted veggies. I do roasted veggies a lot in here actually. And then the bottom is an air fryer. You can do a whole chicken in here. I warm up things like chicken nuggets and fries for my kids. I do just tons of stuff in here. So this is really cool because it actually has a setting called sync finish, and that's what we're going to be using tonight. So we want both of the top and the bottom ovens to be done at the same time. So I'm going to click sync finish, and I'm going to set the bottom to air fry, and that's going to go for 20 minutes. So I'll set that, and then I'm going to set the top for, I'm going to put it on custom, and then that's going to go on 425 for 25 minutes. Okay, so it's going to preheat both of these. Once I click go, preheating, It's gonna take its time to preheat the bottom one because that one doesn't need to be done as quickly. And then it's gonna tell us to add our food. And when you do that, we can add the chicken and the corn at the same time, and then it will finish at the same time. So everything, your whole dinner's ready all at once. So what I did here, I got one of our, it comes with oven trays, air fryer trays, and I just put foil on this one so the corn and smaller pieces of vegetables for the salsa don't leak through. So I'm gonna add my corn salsa to this. So we're gonna add the chicken right to this sheet pan right here. Okay, so I added my chicken to the sheet pan, and now it's telling me to add my food. So I'm gonna put my chicken up top, and then I'm gonna add the corn salsa to the bottom. Okay, so if you can see here, it started the time at the exact same time. So this one started first, the chicken was cooking first, and then when it was ready to start to match the time, it started the lower oven as well. Okay, so these both finished at the same time. They are ready. Put the chicken in this bowl. Corn salsa is done as well. Look how roasted it is. Beautiful. All right, so I'm just putting the corn right back in the same bowl that it came out of. And then we're gonna add cilantro and lime juice to it, and it's gonna be all done. Just tear it up and then mix it, and you have your roasted corn salsa. And then the fastest way to shred this chicken is with these salad choppers. If you don't have these, you need them. They lock in place, and then they have 2 blades. And this is so simple. I just take it and literally chop the chicken until it's shredded. And that's it. Super simple. So let me put a taco together. I'm gonna put a little bit of chicken on top. You can add whatever other toppings you want to it. And do some chicken and some of the corn salsa. And then you can add avocado, guacamole, sour cream, cheese, whatever you want. But that is dinner, and it was totally made in the air fryer.